Here, ladies and gentlemen, to Park Halton on this county final day. We've just witnessed a huge, exciting finish to the Junior B final in which St Vincent's defeated Gallants Mill with a penalty, the last kick of the game. And I'm sure that brings back memories for Navan O'Mahony's. Last year's intermediate final when a 50 with the last kick of the game won it for Beliver. But O'Mahony's are back here today and deservedly so, contesting this intermediate final against Carnaross. It was a bad wet morning. I was down in Carnaross earlier in under 13 football and it was spilling rain, but the sun is shining here and let's hope it keeps up for the next few hours. And as O'Mahony's get their photographs taken there, we'll give you the line out. In goals is Mark Brennan, who put off fantastic saves in their semi-final. Full back line of Cathal Brick, Neville Dunn the captain and Richie Hogan. Half back line of Robert Duffy, Niall McCaig and Lee Russell. Midfield John Brady and Stephen McGowan. Half forward line David Murtagh, Thomas Loughran and Alan Riley. And in full forward line of David Hosey, Shane McCaig and Stephen Bray. And the subs are John McLarney, Kennedy McGurk, Shane O'Brien, Ian Matthews, Fergal O'Brick, Cormac Riley, Mark Ward, Philip Tracy and Christy Blake. And the Navan Manny selectors, Ronan Mallon, Brendan Murray the manager and Pat Duffy. And certainly this promises to be an intriguing match. Carnaross the last day overcame the hot favourites Duleek with a great brand of football. And O'Mahony's, well, they struggled for a long time against Sidon, but when they got going they showed what they're capable of. And it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens today. Barry McEntee on camera and Sean Mooney, your match commentator. And Sean will bring it up to date.
Yes, Larry, thanks very much, and you're all welcome to Park Halton for this. A very interesting intermediate football final. I say Navan O'Mahony's can't wait for this day to come. They remember last year, turned down by that single point to Beliver when they should have won it. Today, I say they could just put things right and win this game. I was just saying there, Larry was saying about the changes in the Navan O'Mahony's team. I see that Robert Duffy has gone out and Alan Riley has gone out. So that O'Mahony's team now laying out with Mark Brennan in goals. Stephen McGowan playing a cornerback, wearing number 9, Neville Dunn, Richie Hogan. Half back line of Cathal Brick, Niall McCaig and Lee Russell. In the middle of the field then is Mark Ward and Shane McCaig. A half forward line of David Murtagh, Thomas Loughran and Philip Tracy. And a full forward line of David Hosey, Shane McCaig and Stephen Bray. That's the way O'Mahony's are lining out. A lot of changes. O'Mahony's have done this, I'd say, in every game they have played in this year. They started off the Intermediate Championship with a win, and then I think they had a couple of losers. Lost 2 games in the group situation. But in all fairness, in the semi-final against Sidon, the pressure was on them to produce the goods, and they're here today seeking to pull up for last year. As we look at both teams marching around there, I see that Kenny McGurk is actually at full forward. I think I read it, Shane McCaig was full forward. Kenny McGurk is playing at full forward and is captain of the team. I think he was captain earlier on and got injured, and they made Neville Dunn the captain. So Kenny McGurk is back wearing the armband today.
I think that O'Mahony's should sneak this match. But having said that, Carnaross are very strong at midfield and away they go already. So it's back over to you, Sean.
Yes, Larry, thanks very much. And the first touch the ball in there for Ollie Murphy, been faced there with Richie Hogan. Let's see what Ollie Murphy does. So it's still Ollie Murphy. Still Ollie, hands back out there to John L. McGee. John L. McGee stepped up. It's at the first quarter game and he kicked that ball to the right and wide. And that is the first L. McGee. On the other side, I see the O'Mahony seem to go and play 2 men in the full forward. Let's see what's going to happen out here. Ball kicked out the middle of the field. Well, it's there for the big men again. Down goes Brian Cummins. Cummins for Carnaross surrounded by O'Mahony's men, and Cummins gets fouled and wins it free. 3-4 O'Mahony's men around him there. Lee Russell. But Cummins plays that ball out that fast in the field fairly quickly out to Daniel Riley. Riley now in turn hands panting that Ollie Murphy once again. Murphy now faces Richie Hogan. Richie falls, leaves it behind. Here comes Ollie Murphy in from that far side. Kicks a nice little ball across the field. Should be Neville Dunn's ball. Up he goes, knocks it down, but knocked away from him. Down picked up well in there by Cathal Brick. Brick now hand past that ball out. Good ball, good clear long ball out to the middle of the field. Here comes O'Mahony's with down ball down there to David Murtagh. Murtagh now in tow. Let's see what's doing. Plays a long ball there then stage. Let's see what happens. But O'Mahony's man was waiting for that ball. Possession back with Carnaross. Brian Cummins plays a long ball forward, looking there for Bernard Murphy, but out comes Richie Hogan with that ball once again. Richie Hogan that fast to the field and passes up the field, and here comes O'Mahony again. Long ball forward, but not a great ball. That ball should be picked up over there by Thomas Nugent, and Thomas Peter Nugent on that far side of the field for Carnaross. Peter plays a nice little ball in the middle of the field, but picked up there by David Morton. Let's see what Morton plays a nice little chippy ball over the side of the field to Kenny McGurk. Down goes McGurk, been faced by, gives a hand pass back there to David Hosey. Hosey puts a long ball in, and that ball's gone to the left and wide, one wide apiece. And that semi-final, Mahonys would have 3 points scored at this stage. As it stands, I've kicked one wide. Carnaross, one wide. Ball kicked out the middle of the field by Shane Comersky. Up goes a lot of O'Mahony men, knocked down there by Mark Ward, but after the foul and gives that free there to Paddy Nugent of Carnaross. Nugent be looking for John L. McGee. Long ball up goes Richie, but it's picked up by Ollie Murphy. Been faced by Richie Hogan. Still Ollie Murphy. Carnaross really looking for him. And Ollie Murphy leaves Richie Hogan on the ground. Here comes Ollie Murphy. This is danger. Oh, he looks like he's going to play back at the field, but Ollie must have up taking it. Oh, well blocked the goal there by Mark Brennan. Great stop in there by Mark Brennan. Out come Neville Dunn. Hand pass that ball out there too. Niall McCaig. Let's see what Niall does. Still Niall McCaig coming forward. Is he foul? Referee says no. It looks as if he was, but still McCaig gets a little low ball in there to Philip Tracy. Tracy and Tony gets it back there too. Mark Ward, let's see what's Ward. Ward plays a long clearance. What a save that, and the goal's there by Mark Brennan. Here comes Shane McCaig. Well, let's see what can Shane McCaig. David Hosey making the run forward, but Shane McCaig is grounded there, and surely is the free going in. So this is the first real opportunity for Navan O'Mahony's. Making the run, but Hosey be definitely going for the target here because he's only about 40 yards out from goal. Assisted by the wind, should hit the target. Only he hasn't. He has hit that ball to the left and wide.
Yes, and play has been scrappy on both sides.
Yes, Larry, and the longer this game goes on without scores, that's Philip Tracy. And that ball there for Navan O'Mahony. Still Tracy. Let's see what's used. Surrounded by 2-3 lengths, but he hand passed that ball back there to Shane McCaig. McCaig's kick well blocked down. Here comes Carnaross. That ball's well recovered there. Handed out now to Thomas Nugent, but knocked away from there. But still Carnaross win it out to Dermot McGee. McGee plays it forward there to Conor Woods. Let's see what he do. Hand pass that ball in there to the middle of the pack. It's picked up there by Killian Porter, and Killian Porter is fouled there by Shane McCaig. But I'm just saying there, both teams look very nervous. We're gone nearly 6 minutes into this game and no score yet. And here comes Carnaross. Comersky sends that ball in there looking for John L. McGee. Up goes a lot of biggish men. It's picked up in there by Neville Dunn. Is it? Neville is fouled and wins it free coming out. And Neville Dunn playing well in the pull back line there for Navan O'Mahony's. As we look out the field, out comes Niall McCaig with hand past that ball to David Morton. Morton playing very deep for a wing forward. Still David Morton being chased by two Carnaross men. Grounded there and a free coming out, grounded there by John L. McGee. Morton getting out in quickly, get that ball back in there to his full back Neville Dunn, the vice captain I'd say. Hands across the field now to Richie Hogan. Let's see what can Richie do. Richie plays a long ball over that fast. Not a great ball, bad ball actually. That ball has gone out over the line, and a line ball coming back in for Carnaross. Breeze favouring Navan O'Mahony's, but the longer this game goes on at this, it's going to suit Carnaross. Long ball in there for Ollie Murphy. Oh, he takes that ball out of the clearance, but it's knocked away from there. But picked up by O'Mahony's man, by Carnaross once again. Here comes Ollie Murphy in the loose. Still Ollie Murphy, faced with Lee Russell. Hand pass that in there too. Daniel Riley, and Daniel kicked that ball a long way to the right and wide. So 2 wides each for Brendan Murray. Down on the line there, very patient, very moment. Up goes a lot of big men around the middle of the pack, but it's one there once again in the middle of the pack by the big man from Carnaross. Conor Woods, I think it is. No, it's Brian Comersky. Played a long ball in, looking by John L. McGee. John L. McGee on that fast field, been chased by Neville Dunn, but still McGee wins it out in front of him. Where's Ollie Murphy? That's the danger man. Still John L. McGee. Been pet over there with Neville Dunn. Neville Dunn doing very well. And in the hand past that ball in, but Neville Dunn does well. Gets that ball away from him. Back there goes Philip Tracy. And Navan O'Mahony's up bringing the wing half forward back very deep. Hand past that ball out down into Niall McCaig. McCaig, now let's see what he do. Tracy's gone ahead of him. Still Niall McCaig coming now across. He has Lee Russell in front of him, but he hand past that ball in the middle of the field. The dangerous ball over to the side now, looking for David Morton. Morton out in front of his man and wins that ball well. Still David Morton coming towards the 50-yard line. Still David Morton being chased by Peter Nugent. Still Morton, what did he do? He hasn't got a whole lot of him. Gives a nice little ball in there too. Stephen Bray will surely kick a point from there, will he? Oh, and he's kicked that to the left and wide. Oh God. With Navan O'Mahony's that to put Stephen McGowan in playing corner back, but it's actually turns around now that McGowan is out playing a wing half back. But here comes O'Mahony once again. Down goes Tommy Laughlin, wins that ball, gives it back out to Philip Tracy. Philip Tracy in turn, hand passes over that fast of the field. The run is on. Let's see what's going to happen now. Still a lot of possession with Navan O'Mahony, but not converted into score. In there to David Hosey. Hosey lets it be, and moving out to David Morton. Oh, he's surely got it. No, still Morton. Let's see what he's doing. He hasn't got a whole lot of up. He steps up, looks at the post, but that ball is gone. Left and wide. Things have not improved for Navan O'Mahony. 4 wides to 2, Larry. Things haven't improved at all.
And that could be an advantage to Navan O'Mahony's, because if Stephen Bray can get a run at him at all or win possession, then he can be very dangerous. But I said that early booking, it may have been a little bit undeserved. A ticking I thought would have been sufficient, but because it's purely accidental. But we'll see how it goes.
Yes, Larry, Navan O'Mahony's wasted possession there. They had a free in, but here comes Killian Porter ahead for Carnaross goes to ground, still Porter, hand pass that ball up in face there with Shane McKay, but gets it pass into Brian Comersey. Comes in and plays the long ball forward, should be Niall McKay's ball. Niall does that, wins that ball there. Let's see what he does. Plays a nice good ball over the side of the field to Stephen Bray. Stephen Bray, been faced by Thomas Nugent, gives a nice little ball in there too. Tommy Loughlin, he could be the key man here today. Down goes Tommy to ground. Still Tommy Loughlin. Oh, well read there, well played there by Patrick Nugent. Patrick Nugent now gets that ball, plays the ball forward. Nice little ball, looking for John L. McGee. John L. McGee makes it way out from the full ball. That ball's gone out over the line, was it? Jack Gordon says no. But still, John L. McGee. Oh, well robbed there by David Murtagh. Down goes Murtagh, picks it up in front of Niall McKay. Still Murtagh, he had McGowan in front of him, but he hadn't said get it out into the middle of the field too. Shane McKay plays the long ball over that fast to Kenny McGurk. Out goes Kenny, wins that ball well. Had got a whole lot of options down in front of him. Kenny McGurk coming in, been faced by Gavin Farley, by Gavin Murphy. Still down goes Kenny McGurk, and that ball has gone out wide once again. Out comes Shane Comersey. Out long ball out to the middle of the park. Let's see what's going to do. Up goes a lot of big men. That ball is knocked down there. It's won by Mark Ward for Navan O'Mahony. Mark Ward plays a good ball inside the field to Stephen McGowan. Let's see what he is. Stephen McGowan over this. What can he do? Down he goes, picks that ball up. Still Stephen McGowan. Been faced there by John Brady, but still it's McGowan. Let's see, still McGowan. Hand pass that ball, nice little ball in to David Hosey. Hosey now turns the man well. Still David Hosey steps up. That looks good from here. That's the first score of the game. And David Hosey throws it down up in the air. Mahony's, as I said, they're plenty possession. They're very patient in their work. And Larry could be right about Thomas Nugent. He's just that Buchan has put him a yard or two off his man. Afraid to commit a foul, afraid to do that now. And Stephen Bray just could come into his own. But that's a very good score from David Hosey. After 11 and a half minutes, we have the first score. Shane Comersey's kick out once again. Long ball into midfield, kicking it against the wind. Let's see what's here. Up goes Mark Ward, knocked down there still, but a lot of possession is well blocked up there by Shane Comersey. Comersey for Carnaross wins possession. Still Comersey wins his free, plays a nice little ball over the side of the field too. John Brady, let's see what Brady does. Brady been faced by Carlo White. Brady gives it back in there to Ollie Murphy. Murphy stepped up. Is that a beaut from him? That ball's gone over the fastest field and it's gone wide, I'd say, yes. So.
And earlier on, John L. McGee had a ball, but if you keep close shackles on John L. McGee, when it comes to the physical stakes, one weakness in his game, and Navan O'Mahony should exploit that.
Yes, Larry, that was a magnificent catch in the middle of the park there by Stephen McGowan. Plays it over that fast in the field to Stephen Bray once again. Bray now in hand passes that by into Philip Tracy. Here comes Philip Tracy. Surely kick a point, Kenny from there. Philip Tracy coming forward still. No, things open up in front of him. Still Philip Tracy goes to the goal. Oh, just gone to the right and wide. That's gone for 45. That's a 45. Should knock this across because he has the wind behind him. But it still has to be scored. Up comes Bray. Definitely won't be scoring from this one. Kick that ball straight into the hand there up. Oh, it's well robbed there. And O'Mahony's man. Go Tommy Loughlin, still Tommy Loughlin, surrounded by 2, 3, 4 Carnaross, still Tommy Loughlin, referee Dave McGoldrick gives the free going out against him. But in all fairness, Philip Tracy, when you get the chance of that, you want to be taking over the bar, because every point at this level is vital. Patrick Nugent kicks this ball out to the field, over comes Stephen McGowan. McGowan now really coming into his own in this intermediate final. As Steve McGowan plays, it could be a little bit too high, long ball in, looking by Kenny McGurk, and it's stopped there, picked up in there by Shane Comersey in the goals. Comersey plays it over that fast in the field to Dermot McGee now in turn, hand pass that ball up the field there to Daniel Riley. Let's see what he do. Riley gives it back now to McGee. McGee being chased by Philip Tracy still, and Tracy does the foul, does he? Doesn't. Gives the ball in there to Killian Porter for Carnaross. Still Killian Porter, surrounded by 2, 3 O'Mahony man, well robbed by O'Mahony man, and here good ball in there for Stephen Bray. Where's the marker on Stephen Bray? Bray had to look at the post, steps up. No mistake about it, good score. Yes, Larry, Thomas Nugent looks to be in trouble at this stage. So a point apiece for the 2 danger men for Navan O'Mahony's. David Hosey and Stephen Bray, ball out the middle of the field. Up goes Mark Ward, but down there with Shane McKay. Down goes Shane, picks that ball up. He's fouled there, I'd say, by Daniel Riley. But McKay gets now gives into the brother Niall. Let's see what can he do. Niall from long ball looking for David Murtagh. Plays a nice little ball in, and yes, picks out David Murtagh. Murtagh now is surely have a shot at post. Still David Murtagh going forward, and referee sees that he's fouled and wins his free. But I say Navan O'Mahony's will be going for the score all the way. This is now O'Mahony's at this stage looked at the bit between them, looked the better team, but if they can just convert these into scores, as I said, they'll run out. Hosey stepped up to the kicking point, yes, and they've hit the forum. They've hit the forum. They can get now a couple more points. They're leading by 3. They get another 1 or 2. They'll put the pressure really on Carnaross. They'll put them on the on the back foot. That ball over the fastest way to Brian Comersey. Comersey plays the long ball forward, and Richie, no, well done. Had fouled John L. McGee there. I think it was 6-1, half on the other. So this is a chance now for Ollie Murphy to get His first score, but Ollie Murphy, he wastes possession, gives possession straight there to Navan O'Mahony. That ball is knocked out the middle of the field to Mark Ward. Let's see what can Ward do. Ward plays a long ball over this side of the field. Out comes Kenny McGuckwood. All he has to do is try and break this ball, and he breaks it out well for David Murta, but picked up there by Tommy Loughlin. Tommy played a nice little ball in there to David Hosey. Hosey stepped up. Good score. That's a great score.
And again, that quick free by Ollie Murphy on John L. McGee. John L. McGee was closely shackled there, and O'Mahony seemed to have done their homework on the strong points of Carnaross.
Yes, Larry, they seem to do the homework right enough. As we look at David Murta, still David Murta. Plays that ball back there to Shane McKay, but Shane was just calling it back, but or to Niall McKay. Niall plays a long ball for danger ball into Kenny McGuck. Can he win this ball in there his own? And he's just Kenny McGuck really hard look with Patrick Nugent to come there with that ball. But if Kenny had to be able to grab that ball, he was in the open. But here comes Carnaross once again over that fast of the field. Dermot McGee in the fast of the field. He's been fouled there by Mark Ward. Just the man you're talking about, Larry. He has made a big impact in this game since he come into it. A very young chap, Mark. That's why I say O'Mahony's preserved him for this year. But he played a few good games earlier on. But I've looked back at the possession. Ollie Murphy on that fast of the field, been faced by Richie Hogan. Still Ollie Murphy cutting in, and can Richie just hold him and put him out? And Richie knocks it in there to John L. McGee. This surely for me goal. No, over goes Lee Russell. Done very well, Lee Russell. Give it out there too. Neville done once again. Neville done. Give it out to the car. As Carnaross still has possession. Back in there now too. Brian Comity gives it in there. Still Carnaross not just done with it. Gives it to Murphy. Murphy steps up. Does he kick that ball over the bar? Is that the first goal for them? It's gone. Steve McGowan knocks that ball back out to the middle of the pack. Up comes David Murta, and out goes O'Mahony's men. A lot of men. Chillian Porter on the ground there. Out comes Stephen McGowan. Let's see what can he do. Down he goes. He picks that ball up well, McGowan. He has Shane McKay in front of me. He should have used him. He should have played a better ball to Shane than that. But the race is onward. Ball is here. Let's see what's going to happen. Up goes the Carnaross man and Tommy Loughlin. But that ball goes out. Tommy for a line ball. Going back in for Carnaross. For Tommy Loughlin. Tell him McGowan to play it better as Patrick Nugent. Let's see what he does. Nugent plays a long ball into that danger area. Let's see what's going to possession out vital in the middle of the pack for the in there. Out comes the full back with Neville Dunn. Gives it out to Lee Russell. Lee Russell is grounded there by Ollie Murphy. And wins is free. Lee Russell played a big part here for the win over sitting for Navan O'Mahony. Over that part of the field, over to Stephen Bray. Stephen Bray looked at the upper hand of this man is right. Still Bray coming from that part of the field. Still Stephen Bray coming forward. Can he kick a point? Up steps Bray. Off the post. Wide. The longer this game goes on and O'Mahony's keep tacking on 1 or 2 points, Carnaross is going to get very hard. Shane Comity comes to kick over that part of the field. Up goes a lot of big men. Mark Moore, but it's one there by Conor Woods. Woods is on the ground. Is he fouled? Referee says no. Still Woods on the ground. He hand passed that ball. Picked up by Tommy Loughlin. And Navan O'Mahony's win the free coming in. Tommy looking for the quick ball over here to this side of the field. Kenny McGuck. Kenny McGuck wins that ball well. Still Kenny McGuck has David Murta. Can Murta kick a point? Still David Murta stepped up. Nice little shot. Yes. Good score from David Murta. But that's good move from the Navan O'Mahony's captain. Won that ball well out in front of his man Larry. Laid off. Good score. Jane Nugent out having physio day with the brother. Making our way up. I think she was away on 2 weeks holidays there the last fortnight. They're worried about she might miss the final, but here she's back at. Here we go again. Niall McKay plays a nice little ball over that fast. If you look for Bray once again. Bray, he's won every ball in that corner. So he's still Bray knocks it in now to Philip Tracy once again. Coming over that fast. Still Philip Tracy goes to ground. Referee David McGowan. Gee, could have given a free in there. But that is another wide. That's a total of 7 wides. Total of 7 wides in the first 23 minutes of the intermediate football championship final between Navan O'Mahony's, the town team here, and Carnaross, the team just north of Kells. So, who is going to prevail here? I see the Simonton lads appearing here today. 2 town teams in the finals today. O'Mahony's and Simonton. O'Mahony's up first here with Philip Tracy coming forward. This ball once again. Here comes Philip Tracy. Hand pass that ball. It's surely going to go to goal here straight shortly. Oh, kick well blocked down there by Thomas Farley, but from Thomas Loughlin. Ball back out the middle of the field. Here comes Dermot McGee with for Carnaross. Handed out there to John L, his brother John L. Look how he's playing now and he should be at full forward. Plays a hopeless ball forward and that ball has gone out over the line. And when John L McGee is not on form, well, it's not very good. As we get back now with the action once again. And O'Mahony line ball over that fast. It's a long ball coming in here for Kenny McGuck to win it. Kenny's doing very well, knocking every ball down. It's the hand of Hosey, David Hosey. Will he go for his point? Still David Hosey has plenty of options. Gives it across the field here to David Murta. Murta now, he'll surely go for a point from here. Murta very lazy, play back, and a great score from David Murta. Absolutely a marvellous score. And O'Mahony's 5 points. Carnaross, no score to suit the other team to mark the players out. And that's what they've done. This ball is back there with Tommy Loughlin, go down, pick that ball, pick back. Here comes Shane McKeag and John L. McGee, but it should be Niall's ball, and Niall kicks that ball out over the line. Line ball going back in there for Carnaross as Patrick Nugent gets this ball, long ball, dangerous ball in, but Neville Dunn looks to be the man that's going to win it. Was he just flicked it right there, but there with Carl O'Boy, his experience will be vital. He plays a long ball over that fast field, looking for Philip Tracy. Philip Tracy then knocks that ball away from Peter Nugent, but Peter Nugent is fouled by Philip Tracy, and this is a half chance. Nugent, let's see what he's going to do. Didn't hit that free from the right place. Oh, that ball there was weight, but out comes Neville Dunn rather well. Played a nice little ball back at the field to Philip Tracy, who'll surely run with this ball. He has David Murphy here right under us if he spots him, but instead goes to the long ball, looking for Stephen Bray. Bray knocks that ball down. Down goes Stephen Bray. Oh, Stephen very well. He has his friend Tommy Loughlin coming from in fast after the field. Still Tommy Loughlin, and referees, no doubt here, have to give a penalty. A penalty for Navan O'Mahony. What a run, what a move, great move that from Philip Tracy. But the man that is causing the major problem here is Stephen Bray on that fast field. He's won every single ball in there. Great ball in for Tommy Loughlin, and Tommy, who was such a key man in the semi-final, has caused another major problems here again. I'm taken down for that penalty, and this is a chance for Hosey to score a goal and 3 points in this the first half, and surely the Bruce Hill men will capitalise on this. If he can score it, it has to be scored. Pressure there, pressure kick. Shane Comiskey facing David Hosey. Up comes Hosey, short of the run, makes no mistake. Beautiful penalty, absolutely stuck to the bottom corner of the net. 1-6 O'Mahony's, no score Carnaross, and that is a hell of a blow to Carnaross. That is unbelievable. With 26.5 minutes gone this first half, well, that's a nail in the coffin, Larry.
Yes, I think so, Sean, and certainly Carnaross have done nothing to counteract the threat of Stephen Bray. Stephen Bray is having a terrific game there. If he's not scoring, he's involved in the scores and setting them up. And David Hosey just took that one. The goalie was just left standing on the line, never moved right or left. Excellent penalty, low along the ground, a daisy cutter as they'd say, and it was a terrific score for Navan O'Mahony. He's now 9 points in front, and all they have to do at this stage is keep control. And even though they're playing with a slight wind in the second half, all they have to do is match Carnaross, because unless Carnaross get a number of goals, I don't see any way back for them.
No, Larry, I don't think so myself, mind you, but anything could happen. A long way to go. But O'Mahony's, I have to say one here, but Navan O'Mahony's, their backs are really doing a wonderful job out there today. Here they come with this ball once again. Niall McKeag plays a nice little ball over that fast field. David Hosey, the key men are really up for this. The key men for Navan O'Mahony. Hosey on his own, coming in that fast field. Still David Hosey. Has a lot of options here in front of him, but surely take a point from there himself. Tag, oh no, you're going to say tag and practice for this at this stage. But ball come back on the post. Out comes Gavin Murphy, the Carnaross captain. Can he raise his troops? He has to do something. As this ball is hand pass into the middle of the field once again. Brian Comiskey plays a long ball forward, but gives that possession straight back to Shane McKeag. Shane McKeag plays it, or to Niall McKeag. McKeag gives it over to McGowan, and McGowan is grounded there by McGee, and McGowan wins his free. And look at Kenny McGuckett in with his arms up, no one marking him. As this ball is knocked in, up goes Kenny, knocks it down, knocks it straight into the hand there of Stephen Bray. Bray stepped up, brilliant point from Stephen Bray. It's a hell of a great start for Navan O'Mahony, leading by 10 points. Coming up to half time, this ball is knocked there, but picked up there by Patrick Nugent. And Patrick trying hard, plays a long ball, looking for Ollie Murphy. Ollie Murphy goes up, wins that ball. We needed something special from Ollie if they're going to win this game. Still Ollie Murphy, been chased by Shane McKeag, but Murphy, still Ollie Murphy. Gives a nice little ball across the side of the field too. Daniel Riley, let's see can Daniel take a point for them. Raise the flag, he has. And that's the first score of this for Carnaross. After 29 minutes in the first half, the register score. Hats off to Navan O'Mahony's defence. They've worked really well. You know, everybody was saying earlier on this year, they've leaked goals, they lay in goals, they lay in a lot of goals. But the last two games, so far, they haven't. They've really, the fellas have put the lock on the door in that end of things. That ball is over that fast in the field, but who has it? Stephen Bray. Still Stephen Bray. Let's see what can he do. He plays a long ball over here. We're looking for Tommy Loughlin, but that ball is picked up well there by Patrick Nugent. Patrick Nugent, been challenged by Philip Tracy, but Nugent wins, comes out with it. Still Nugent, still coming towards the halfway 50-yard line, drops that ball and leaves it behind him. He wins his free. Nugent plays a nice little ball over the side of the field. Up goes Nyla. Shane McKeag, that ball is there now with John L. McGee. If we need something from John L. McGee. Has he been fouled there by Richie Hogan? And a free going in. So this is surely another chance for Carnaross to get another score you know, O'Mahony definitely wouldn't want to take the foot off the pedal at this stage because leading by 10 points to 1. And this is a chance for John L. McGee, but anything is liable to happen with John L. Once he's not on the game, he's liable to kick this ball wide, he's liable to do anything at this stage. Because he hasn't got a whole lot of possession, he hadn't a whole lot of ball in his hand up to this. Here he comes with it, let's see what he's doing. Steps up, makes no mistake, and John L. McGee gets his first score. They don't want to get Carnaross, get another score too, because if they do, just give them a little lift. But man, he's definitely won't want to take the foot off the gas. Ball out the middle of the field, oh well added on to there. As the race down, down goes Kenny McGuck, picks that ball up, still Kenny, hand pass it back to Philip Tracy, down goes Tracy, he's played well, Tracy now get into Tommy Loughlin, Tommy danger man, still Tommy Loughlin going, and he's open up in front of him, can he take a point from there? Tommy Loughlin going forward, oh he's robbed, he's the ball behind him, down he goes, a lot of scrappy play in there, but down goes Thomas Nugent, picks that ball up, still Thomas Nugent, and referee is giving the free, coming out for Thomas Nugent. But Tommy Loughlin had his chance just to stick that ball over the bar, and I said just keep that distance between them. It's vital now that O'Mahony's keep kicking points. If they can kick points, they'll win this game, and keep kicking them and not be messing, fiddling around looking for goals. They have to keep kicking points because they have, it's done in the drive, is it? And this ball is kicked over here to Stephen McGowan. McGowan comes over, wins that ball well, class football Stephen McGowan. Oh, he's had it carried out. Referee says no, or linesman says no. Hand pass in there to Tommy Loughlin once again. Let's see what's Tommy doing. Plays a nice little ball over looking by Kenny McGowan. Up goes the full back, wins that ball well. Gavin Farley out in front of Kenny McGowan. Hand pass, and referee Dave McGowan blows the half time whistle. Well, one interesting first half. Both teams very, very lacklustre at the very start. But in all fairness, Manny's took control of this game and deservedly leading by 8 points, and deservedly so, I think, Larry, Ronan Mallon and Pat Duffy. Pat would be a very shrewd man. We gave him a go to put this ball in for the second half as O'Mahony's come forward that ball. Ball out there, Tommy Loughlin. Tommy plays a nice little ball in there for Stephen Bray once again. Out. New mark on Stephen Bray. Stephen Bray still going forward. Still Bray, being faced by Patrick Nugent. Patrick does very, very well. That ball is picked up in there by the Carnaross man. He's on the ground, and is he going to be robbed in there? Down goes Bray once again, very close to the line. Stephen Bray, still Stephen Bray, surrounded by 2, 3 Carnaross men, and referee is in there. He's overcarried that ball and gives it a free coming out. Carnaross looking to get on with things fairly quickly at this stage. Patrick Nugent plays a nice little ball forward to John L. McGee, who's looked at moved out from the full forward, and they have made a lot of changes at Carnaross. John plays a nice little ball in there for Ollie Murphy. Ollie out in front of Neville Dunn. Murphy now plays a long ball over the side of the field to Daniel Riley. He's got a point. Daniel Riley steps up, kicks that ball, and it looks like it's gone to the left and wide. Mark Brennan, little small goalie, but who is outstanding. Stands like a big man. That ball knocked out to Stephen McGowan, but that knocks it down. It's still back there with Killian Porter on that pass to the field. Porter hand pass that ball down, but down there to Richie Hogan. Hogan does very well. Hogan now hand pass out there to, is it Lee Ruff on that pass? No, it's not there, but here comes Mark Warbrick, balloons a long ball forward, looking by David Hosey or David Murta. Let's see who wins it. But knocked down, it's picked up in there by Thomas Nugent, and Thomas has gone to the ground, wins his free coming out. So this is a free for Carnaross. Patrick Nugent plays a long ball into this deep area, but it's picked up in there very easily by Richie Hogan. Richie Hogan is fouled and wins his free coming out for O'Mahony. Hogan plays a short ball out there to Stephen McGowan. McGowan hand pass that ball to Niall McKay knocks that ball forward to looking for Kenny McGuck. McGuck hand pass it back and stay with Philip Tracy. Let's see what he's trying to play the nice little chippy ball in there for Stephen Bray. Bray now, just was looking for Tommy Loughlin, but still Stephen Bray. Is he fouled? Referee says no. Still Stephen Bray. Hand pass in down to David Hosey. Hosey then turns, knocks it back out to Kenny McGuck. Willie, the captain, pulls it high up in the air, turns away from it. Over that fast defeat is David Murta, and it falls straight into the hands of Murta. Let's see what he'll surely take a point. If ever I get the point, David Murta, he's on the ground. Still David Murta, surrounded by 2 Carnaross men, but gets the kick in between the two of them, and that ball's gone wide. Is the second half going to develop into the same as the first? This ball kicked out back out the middle of the park once again. Up goes Patrick Nugent, wins it well. Where's Tommy Loughlin? Tommy standing off him. Still plays a long ball over that fast of the field, over to Killian Porter. Porter now being faced by Richie Hogan. Porter now gets it there to Ollie Murphy. Ollie Murphy is fouled there by Neville Dunn, and Neville fouled Murphy, and this is a chance for Carnaross to close the gap a little bit more. I can see that the wind actually has picked up a hell of a lot, but a nice day for football. Still a nice day for football, but wind is well picked up. So it's John L. McGee that's going to take this free for Carnaross and go for a second point in this, the intermediate cup, the intermediate final. Up comes John L. McGee. Looks good from here. Good score. John L. McGee narrows the gap to 7 points up the field and kick a point or two just to keep themselves out of reach. Ball back out the middle of the field. Up goes Mark Warbrick there with Carnaross once again. It's picked up there by Brian Cummins. Cummins wins his free, and John L. McGee comes out Johnny McGee having a look at the post. You know, he'll be going for the score as one he was served from the distance, but if he keeps going the way he's going to be in the 50-yard. Johnny McGee has the wind behind him. Long ball into the air. Well kind there by Richie Hogan, and Hogan goes to ground. Still Richie Hogan. Did he fail? Referee says yes. That's great chat there from Richie Hogan in there on the full-back then. So this David McGoldrick can in there to have a word with his umpire, and John Brady saying something on there. But what a catch that was from Richie Hogan when the pressure was on him, because definitely O'Mahony's defence are on top at this stage. Let's be interesting battle now with Neville Dunn and Ollie Murphy. Referee coming to have a word with the two of them actually. There must be something going on off the ball. Ollie Murphy walks away from him. And Neville Dunn. Marcus Brennan comes to check out. Long ball out the middle of the field. Up goes Mark Ward's chest. Someone wants to shout to leave it for there McGowan, and that ball has gone out for a line ball for Navan O'Mahony. Stephen McGowan over that fast at the field. Let's see what can he do with it. Stephen knocks a long ball forward there looking for Kenny McGook. McGook wins that ball well. Still Kenny McGook. Hand pass it in there now to David Morton. Morton, let's see what he does. Hand gives it out there to Bray. Bray and then Tommy Loughlin. Tommy Loughlin runs into trouble there. And referee seeing he charge with that ball. Gives the free coming out the field. And that is a strange decision there. Patrick Nugent gives a nice little ball over that fast field to Comiskey. Comiskey plays a long, high, dangerous ball in here. Let's see what's going to up goes Richie Hogan. Knocks it down. Let's see who's waiting. But that ball is still there. It's picked up by Carnaross man. John Brady and that fast field. Brady has been fouled.
And the league could be back down to 6 points, so you never know what can happen. What's he doing? It's up and it's up. It's dropped in on the line, and it's well taken. As well, terrific catch there by Shane McKeag, but certainly there's going to be a bit of trouble there because it was a very high tackle. You have to see what's going to happen.
And a nice sporting gesture there from Shane on with Ollie Murphy. Shook hands on the way past him. Maybe just an accident, and that's the way it should be played. As Mark Brandon comes to his kick out once again, and he looks for Shane. That's over that fast. Up goes Shane, knocks it down there, down to his brother Niall. Let's see what he can do. Niall has support outside him. He just played a good little ball there for Tommy Loughlin. Down goes Tommy, wins that ball well. He has Stephen McGowan in front of him. Loughlin gives it to McGowan. McGowan going forward. He's inside the 50-yard. Still Stephen McGowan going forward. He's brought down there by Johnny L. McGee, but McGowan knocks it across there too. Mark Ward, what's he do? Still Mark Ward going forward. Can he kick a point? Still Mark Ward going. Steps up, knocks that ball straight over the bar. Great score for the young lad. Absolutely marvellous score. Shane Comiskey coming with his kick out. Long ball out the middle of it. You can see the advance ball. Up goes Mark Ward. And you know, someone was saying that Mark Ward played a big part in this game. Knocks there to Morton. Morton now knocks in to Tommy Loughlin. Tommy coming into his own. Tommy Loughlin plays a nice little ball across there for Kenny McGook once again. Up goes Kenny McGook, knocks it out and over the bar. Good score. Great score for the captain. Shane Comiskey coming with his kick out once again. 9 minutes gone this second half. Comiskey plays a long ball out the middle of the field. Up goes Shane McKay, but knocked down there. And Johnny L. McGee won that ball well behind him. McGee was fouled. Plays a nice little ball across there looking for Ollie Murphy. Ollie Murphy out in front of Neville Dunn. Ollie Murphy steps up. There's a bit of magic from Ollie. And Marcus Bannon knocks that. He knocked it off the bar. That ball has gone out wide. It's gone out wide.
And small and all as he is, if you don't mind me saying so, Mark, but there's good guns in small parcels, and he averted the danger there. And so O'Mahony's, they've settled back in with 2 points, and again coming from different sources. Came from Mark Ward and Kenny McGurk. So, and there he is again. And Ollie Murphy now a chance, and he just puts it over the bar. But having said that, I think O'Mahony's have weathered the storm.
Mark Brennan coming to kick out once again. Little man playing a big part in this game, but out goes Mark Ward, who's a big man and playing a big part in the game. As he's grounded there, referee gives him the advantage. Back there with Conor Woods. Conor Woods now plays this ball over the side of the field into no man's land. Out comes Philip Tracy, wins in front of Lee Russell. Still Philip Tracy. Let's see what he do. Russell is ahead of him. Plays a nice little ball forward to this man, David Murta, another young man for played Meath minor teacher. Still David Murta going forward, being faced by Patrick Nugent, but still Murta going forward. Look for Dublin. He had Philip Tracy inside. Murta stepped up. He's blown that a long way wide. And the Murray made a great job of this now. O'Mahony's team since he's come in. Out comes up goes Philip Tracy, Shane McKeag there with Mark Ward. God, he's come into it though. Mark Ward knocks it back there to Lee Russell. Russell now plays a nice little ball in for Kenny McGook once again. And Kenny McGook is fouled and wins it free going in. Applauds the referee for that decision. And that's a good chance now for O'Mahony's to get another score. And as I said, just take it point for point. They'll win this game if they keep taking points. Hosey going for 1-4 in this final. He'll remember this final up to this date. Steps up, makes no mistake. So 1-4 for the little corner forward David Hosey. And you know, this O'Mahony's team, you look through them, all very young team, but they all probably have under 21 medals. They've done everything, but they've come together and come well together. They left it behind them last year, and you know, it mightn't be any harm. They're a year older, going up into the senior group next year. They'll be even that more older and more experienced. As this ball knocked down there by Patrick Nugent and Tommy Loughlin, but it's back there, down goes Damon McGee. McGee now played the road to the field, still Damon McGee, gives it out to John Brady. Brady now gives it back over there to the far side of the field to Brian Cummins. Cummins plays a long ball for Dolly Murphy fell, but that should be Neville Dunn. Neville Dunn done well. Knocked that ball away from there to Shane McKay. McKay now gives it to the Niall. Out comes Tommy Loughlin, up there to Tommy Loughlin. This is good movement for O'Mahony. O'Mahony's a big pitch to O'Mahony, down to the ground. Long ball over that far side of the field. Up goes Stephen Bray. Still Stephen Bray. He has David Murphy to his head, but over comes Philip Tracy. Can he kick a point? Tracy is grounded and wins his free in. And this is surely going to be another booking in here for one of the Carnaross players, as Philip Tracy is definitely grounded in there. We don't want to see any mess on any of that, as we have after having a good sport and clean game, and there's no need for anything happening. So just lads pushing and shoving, a little bit of handbag stuff. It's not going to be a whole lot, I'd say, but Philip Tracy definitely was grounded, definitely free in, no complaints. What is referee David McGoldie going to do? Has the ball in his hand. Probably is he going to put his ball in between two players now? Maybe O'Mahony's Philip Tracy maybe has lost his free, but it shouldn't be. He should get his free in. And instead of that, referee is going to throw this ball in between two players. So O'Mahony have lost the free with that discipline. Instead of just dropping the ball down and walking away from it. Here we go. Up goes Mark Ward. Knocks it down. Oh, it's there with Tommy Loughlin. Tommy will kick a point from there, will he? Yes. No doubt. And you know, 5 of the 6 forwards on Navan O'Mahony have scored so far. Philip Tracy being the only forward that hasn't scored, but he had played a big part in the score. As Mahony's really dominated. Two McKegs and especially have dominated this game. As Shane comes in, a nice little ball across there for Mark Ward. Down he goes, he picks that ball up. Still Mark Ward, surrounded by two Carnaross. Oh, did he foul that ball? Yes, the referee David McGoldie right beside him, and he fouled it just beside him. Maybe a little bit of inexperience, but still good experience from to get into this intermediate final. And Ollie Murphy wins that ball out in front of Neville Dunn. Neville Dunn faced with Murphy. Murphy tipped this one over the bar, picked a high, long ball over the side of the field. Looks as if it's going wide, and that it is. So Carnaross starting to make a few changes now. Let's see, will that make any difference? I don't think it's going to make much difference at this stage, because everything is going O'Mahony's way. Philip Tracy wins that ball this time and plays a nice little ball out here too. Niall McKay played really well. Niall gives it to his brother Shane. Shane McKay looking round for his options. Let's see what he do. Plays a nice little ball in there looking for Kenny McGurk, who has played really well in there full forward. Knocks that ball down there to Tommy Loughlin. Tommy now in a bit of space. Over he comes. On referee is given the free in this time on Patrick Nugent.
And they're going to go on and be deserving intermediate champions for this year. Is that gone in? No, it's gone out to the right and wide. But I'd say that the last incident down there, O'Mahony's had their free, and just hopefully they don't get involved in anything, because they don't want to have a blemish of it, to have a lad sent off and that. They had their free in that and just leave things alone, because they're worthy intermediate champions for 2003, unless an absolute miracle happens in the next 15 minutes, Sean.
Well, I can't really see it happening, Larry, with the way this man is playing in the middle of the park, because he's dominated. Shane McKay has dominated the middle of the park there for Navan O'Mahony's. But, you know, just going back to the game, here comes David Murphy. Let's see what he do. It's still Murphy. Hand pass that ball in there to Mark Ward. Mark Ward steps up and checks another point for them. Mark Ward has scored 2 points. Plays it Darren Borden, Darren O'Toole. All them that have to come back. O'Mahony's are really strong. They have it strong. They have won a lot of under 21 championships. I think they're going well again this year. They're minors. They're all winning at underage. So that's why in the long run it pays off and they come through. You know, the two McKegs today, absolutely outstanding. 2 outstanding players. David Hosey, Stephen Bray. You can't go on the field and say O'Mahony's have a bad player on the field today, really and truly. This man, Lee Russell, gives it across out to Shane McKay once again. McKay plays a nice little ball in forward there. As it's picked up in there, down goes Stephen Bray. He just slipped that ball. Still Bray coming forward. Still Stephen Bray. Hand pass that in there, but back Tommy Loughlin knocks it back to him. Still Bray. Gives it over down to the little man David Hosey. Hosey plays it across the field. A lot of play. Oh, and a good tack change there by Shane McKay. Gives it over to Tommy Loughlin. Loughlin will not Tommy take a point. Tommy step goes around there, knocks it away 2 lads. Oh, the ball knocked in the back in there. Another score. And it's Navan O'Mahony's captain, Kenny McGurk, who knocked that ball to the back of the net. And it's good night, Carnaross. What are they going to do? This ball kicked back out the middle of the field once again. Up comes Mark Ward with Mark playing very, very well. Mark Ward gives it across into Philip Tracy. Can he score? Philip Tracy needs to score just to quit the tally. And out comes Stephen Bray. Yes! Another goal for Stephen Bray. Senior football looming for Navan O'Mahony's. A lot of senior teams will not be too happy to see them back up there, because they will be one of the better teams to come back up to the senior levels, I'd say, in the last number of years, because they have the good players, they have the young players, they have everything going for them. This ball kicked in. We need something special from this man at this stage. Ollie Murphy, he has to go for goal. Still Ollie Murphy, gives it back there too. Bernard Murphy, Murphy steps up and sticks that ball over the bar.
I know in the semi-final it was critical of their defence in places, and that's the time to be critical, because you have 1-0 at that stage, but they've certainly closed down on this Carnaross attack and just limited them to 5 points, a number of those from frees. The midfield has been excellent. The introduction of Mark Ward at midfield, who's put in a great game. So also has Shane McCabe, and here comes Mark Ward again. And up front, the likes of Kenny McGurk, David Murta, David Hosey, Stephen Bray. You know, they're just kicking scores of will now, and it's absolutely terrific play. That came from who, I think, who came? Stephen McGowan, so he's rode in with a score as well. Wouldn't surprise me now the next minute we could see Cathal O'Brien going up the whole way and scoring, but maybe Cathal knows his limitations. He's been excellent stuff in the back, as the rest of the Navan O'Mahony's rear guard. So it's all over now. That's it from me, Sean. I'll be going down to the dugout, and we'll see what the scenes are like down there as well.
Well, thanks very much, Larry, for your comments there on that. But I see two men for Navan O'Mahony's warming up that will be absolutely delighted to get into this game. John Brady and of course my friend Alan Riley, a man that a holder of 4 senior championship medals. If he makes an appearance here today, he'll get an intermediate one. And what a player he has been for Navan O'Mahony's. And O'Mahony's is going to introduce these 2 players for the last 10 minutes of this game. But get back to the action again. Here comes Carnaross once again. A nice little ball in there to Ollie Murphy. Murphy, let's see what he does. Still Ollie Murphy. Twist, turns in there. Out in front of Neville Dunn. Still Ollie Murphy. Ollie Murphy hand pass that ball across the field there. Still back with Murphy, but not a whole lot happened. Ball forward there for John L. McGee. John L. McGee goes to the ground, but being well tackled in there by O'Mahony's. O'Mahony's men surrounding him everywhere. Still John L. McGee. What does he do? John L. McGee gets it very hard to go down on it, but referee gives him the free going in. And at this stage I'd say it's just, it was a petty free, mind you. It could have been a free coming out, but O'Mahony's closed them down. O'Mahony's defence have been absolutely excellent. That ball is knocked across there, has knocked out for a 45. You know, ball once again down goes Shane McCaig, picks that ball up, but still it's back there with Ollie Murphy. Let's see what happens. Murphy surrounded by 3, 4, 5 O'Mahony men. Nothing happening in there, but that ball is kicked up there in the air by Daniel Riley, and that ball has gone out for wide. Still 8 minutes left.
O'Mahony's team, number 12, Alan Riley, replaces number 10,
and Alan Riley comes in for an appearance. They've been a great servant to Navan O'Mahony's. David Murta, who had an outstanding game here, as I said, O'Mahony's just give needed the run, because basically they haven't got one player that was bad. Each from 1 to 15 on this starting 15 for Navan O'Mahony's has been absolutely superb, absolutely brilliant. So David Murta makes his way off, back now with the action once again. That ball over that far to the field. Let's see what's going to happen. Down goes Patrick Nugent, shouldered out over the line there by John Brady. And Brady gives away the free. Carnaross coming to tackle once again. Long ball back in the middle of the field. That's a magnificent catch in there by, I think it's Shane McCaig, is it? It's absolutely, if a slight man in the match, I'd give it to Shane, because he's absolutely outstanding. And he's been covered the ground that is unreal. Shane McCaig has been absolutely brilliant for me. So Mark Mahony's got that free coming out. Richie Hogan, let's see what does he do with this. They have 5 minutes left. 3:13, can you believe it? The 5 points to Carnaross. Ball over the side of the field. Out comes Philip Pace. I don't see him getting this point, and he will be the one man that hasn't scored for Navan O'Mahony. This ball knocked back into the danger area once again. Up goes Neville Dunn. Knocked down there for Richie Hogan. Richie Hogan now comes across, clears the lines. He has Philip this side, and he has Lee Russell. But let's see what happens. Lee Russell goes up. Oh, he wins that ball well. Lee Russell has John Brady in front of him, has Alan Riley in front of him, but instead he uses David Hosey. Tommy Loughlin. Tommy Loughlin now hand pass that ball into Alan Riley. Over comes Alan. Gives it in there. Good ball in, but picked up there by Patrick Nugent. Nugent coming forward, being chased by Alan Riley. Still Nugent coming forward. Long run from him. Plays a nice little ball in the middle of the field. But who is there? Who is there? Shane McKay. Gives it out to his brother now. Back comes Shane with. This man is just absolutely class. Long ball out. Here comes Philip Tracy. But I hope Philip Tracy gets up and gets a score. Philip Tracy coming forward. Lee Russell on the ground, but he's up and he's on the ground. And this ball is cut out there by Conor Woods. Conor Woods gives it back in there to the middle of the field to Patrick Nugent. Nugent and Tony looking for Ollie Murphy. Plays along over that fast of the field. Been chased by Neville Dunn. Ollie Murphy has played well enough since he went in on Neville Dunn. Out in front of him every time. Murphy. Did he charge that? Referee says no. Murphy steps up, tips that ball, straight over the bar. Good score for Ollie Murphy. Brandon Murray calling off Galway. What? A reception he is going to get and he's coming off. Because what a servant he has been to. So Ian Matthews comes off. What an reception he's going to get coming off. Galway. What a servant and Navan O'Mahony's has been. Long ball back out to the middle of the field. Up goes the big man. Up goes John Brady. Back there. It's knocked there with Comusky plays the long ball into Conor Brennan. Or Mark Brennan and Bryant. Oh, Brennan done very well. But steady. Plays it out to the field to Lee Russell. O'Mahony's running off the ball is absolutely superb. Knocks it forward there too. Niall McKay. Niall has the brother Shane. There he goes. Number 14 once again. Gives it out to Mark Ward. These two men in the middle of the field have been outstanding. Plays the long ball over that fast of the field. Let's see what's happened over there. Picked up by Tommy Loughlin. Tommy on that fast of the field. Plays a nice little chippy ball in for Stephen Bray. Bray out in front of him, man. Bray goes round his man. He's grounded. He has Tommy Loughlin beside him. Will he step up and kick a point or what does he do? Hand pass it back out down the ball. It's picked up there by the goalie. So chance for Carnaross to set up and attack once again. Ball coming forward. Once again, Gavin Murphy for Carnaross. Played a long ball forward. Still Gavin Murphy. Let's see what happens. Up goes, run there by Richie Hogan. Down he goes. Won that ball well in front of Killian Porter. Hogan now gives it there too. Richie Hogan once again. Hogan hand pass it up to Alan Riley. Alan knocks it down there too. Niall McKay. Let's see what he does. Still Niall McKay. Oh man, he's been like chewed up out for this. That's Mark Ward. Still Mark Ward with. He's played very well for Navan O'Mahony. Mark Ward. Still Mark Ward. Let's see what you hand pass that ball back there to Stephen Bray. Bray now and Horton gives it across the field out to Tommy Loughlin. He has. I was just going to say he has support outside him there with Alan Riley. Alan decides to leave it there for John Brady, but down goes John. Picks it up. Can he get a score? Gives it out to the man. Should you score? Philip Tracy. Yes. And all the Navan O'Mahony's forward has scored. So Philip Tracy gets a score. And that's a great tally from all of the Navan O'Mahony's score, all the Mahony's forward. With 2 minutes remaining, and Navan O'Mahony's making another sub, and in out comes Lee Russell. Shane O'Brien comes in. Lee Russell makes his way off. Pettis Park, absolutely wonderful day for him. A wonderful semi-final. And a wonderful day this for O'Mahony's. 2 minutes.
Additional time in the second half.
After 2 minutes of addition, Ian Mattis knocked that ball in there to Tommy Loughlin. Tommy now plays a nice little ball over that fast field to Stephen Bray once again. Let's see what can Bray do. Bray steps up. It should be the goalie's ball. That he does. Kicks it straight into the hands there of Shane Comusky. Comusky now knocks it out the field there to Dermot McGee. McGee knocks it forward still once again, but I think it's all of easy. This ball is not forward once again, looking for Ollie Murphy, but overcomes Neville Dunn. He won that ball well this time. Nice ball there. Hand past that ball out the field to Ian Mattis. Ian Mattis now plays a long ball forward to Mark Ward. Let's see what he do. Mark Ward coming forward. And O'Mahony's at this stage is only killing the time as they are well and truly home. Mark Ward steps up. Does he kick a third point off the post and out? It didn't go out. That's picked up over there by Thomas Nugent. Nugent now plays a long ball back out to the middle of the field to Brian Comusky. Comusky now, let's see what he do. Plays a nice little ball in the middle of the field. But out comes John Brady, but picked up there by Alan Smith for Carnaross, but he loses possession there. And possession is back with Stephen Bray. Bray plays it over this side of the field to Philip Tracy. Let's see what can he do. It's still Philip Tracy. Picks that ball up well. Tracy going forward, being chased by the Carnaross. And Tracy, can he kick another point? Gets in at Tommy Loughlin. Tommy steps up and went to chip that and chipped it wide. Oh dear. So Brendan Murray at this stage probably won't mind, but at senior level next year he will if he is the manager, and probably will be. So this has been an outstanding performance this from Navan O'Mahony. Has be gone over the time, so 2 minutes to play now of injury time. Look at that man once again picking that ball straight out of the clouds. Or to Stephen McGowan. McGowan knocks that ball forward to Tommy Loughlin. Loughlin out gives a nice little ball in there to David Hosey. Let's see what can Hosey do it. They're rampant at this stage. Still Hosey goes to ground, shows too much of it there to Carnaross. Man, fans Carnaross are trying and fighting the whole way to the very end. John L. McGee coming forward. Probably John will be disappointed. John L. McGee comes forward, knocks that ball in there to Ollie Murphy. Ollie Murphy gives it out to Niall McKay, and Niall couldn't stop him, but gives it back to Ollie Murphy. He wants good tackle there by Neville Dunn. Done very well. And it's John Brady. Fists that ball out there to Alan Riley, and Riley now knocks it forward there to Ian Mathis now to Mark Ward. Oh, Mark just took his eye off for a minute, but still he's loads and loads of time to get back. And it's only a matter of holding possession at this stage for Navan O'Mahony. Has McGowan on this side of the field, called for it, picked it up and wins it, and hand passed it down now to. And referee Dave McGoley broke the full-time whistle. Congratulations to Navan O'Mahony, back up playing senior football.
Try and get a photograph downstairs, John. Straight away now.
Okay, up you go with the cup now.
No more. The same time, Matt Duffy, and one and only Brendan Murray. This is a great moment for us. We're going to finish it tonight. We're going to rebuild the road later. And we're going to come back and we're going to do senior one built out next year.
Oh, come on, Ed, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, it's not more, we're in.
I remember us all sitting back in the dressing room of O'Mahony's last year, and we had a team meeting, a squad meeting, and we had a chat about who we'd like, putting a few names forward to the committee, and who we would like taking over. We put 2 names forward, maybe 3. Brendan Murray and Pat Duffy were at the top of that list, and we were lucky we got them men. Things happened over the year, things happened yesterday, but we don't worry about that. We came together as a team. A lot of respect to Brendan and Pat, and say, Hill Hill. Brendan put his head in the block a few times this year. Decisions have to be made. That's what the manager does. He made the decisions with Sid and Pat, and thanks be to God they made them. But I'd like to thank Brendan personally, but I know we all here would like to thank him as well. You're absolutely brilliant. A lot of respect for the man, and I think he has the know-how that got us here. I'd like to thank the other people. I'd like to thank the chairman of the club, who's been very supportive to us all year. He's been I'm not forgetting one of the most important people, Jackie Murray. We got a lot of us off our sick bed, me most and others, and Russell as well. And one other person, Stato in the corner. Safe fellows. And we'll be drunk together on Wednesday.
Just hold on. Carnaross lads here, just want to say a few words.
Thanks lads, all I think I do is congratulations on the win. I suppose maybe you have to lose one to win one. Maybe that's the case, I don't know. We'll see next year, but it isn't us. We know ourselves when we get back. It's a great championship, you have to admit that. You came from a higher level of football down a few years ago, and it is a great level of football. It is a good championship, the new championship. 7 games, 8 games is hard to win championship, very hard to win it. To make it the second year in the sort of thing is an honour to yourselves. We knew we were up against it, really. We knew the tradition of the O'Mahony's club, and really, O'Mahony's club should never be playing, and there's not anything against O'Mahony's, should never be playing at immediate football, because they're senior club, they should always be playing senior football. And it's up to you boys to try very hard to make sure that they're not playing with immediate football again. And once you get up there, stay up there. You can well fit to do it. The best of luck. If you're going to Wednesday, be careful.
Say one thing. Hopefully it's the last thing to listen to me this year. From a personal point of view, I'm proud of everyone here, everyone that was involved. We had a bad start to the year, but we put in a tremendous effort since the Bundoran weekend. Ian Matthews, where's Ian? Ian, I owe you an apology. When you said in Bundoran, after losing 2 championship matches, there was no crisis, you obviously Sorry. Well, we've put a huge effort since then, and you saw what it took. You know, it wasn't easy getting here, and it's going to be twice as hard next year, lads, to stay up and compete for it. You know, we've a huge amount of work to do for next year. Okay, we'll see you inside.
The Navan O'Mahony's manager, Brendan Murray. Brendan, congratulations on a very, very easy win. I say you didn't expect that.
Thanks very much. An easy win. Maybe there's a big margin, but it certainly wasn't easy. We can't have expected going into this game that it'd be very tight. Both teams got off to a very nervous start. It must have been 6 or 7 minutes before we got the first score, and I was very worried at that stage because I think whoever got the first score was going to have a big advantage psychologically, even though it was only a point. But psychologically, it was a big advantage to get the team to settle. And I thought in the first half we did settle a bit better than Carnaross.
Brian, you've made a lot of changes of different games, different lads played in different positions, and them lads seem to play very well in all them positions you put them into.
That's it. Well, I mean, the modern game has changed a lot. You can use 5 substitutes. I mean, when you only had 3 substitutes, you had to be careful what decisions you made. But you can use 5 players. We've got a very strong panel. We probably have 23 or 24 lads that I'd be very comfortable to play in a championship match. So we kind of have the attitude that it's kind of horses for courses. We take a look at who we're playing against. What are their strengths? What are our strengths? What have we got to, what advantage would we have over them, or who do we need to stop playing? So we had to make some hard decisions throughout the year. As I said to someone earlier, if you want to make friends, you certainly don't want to be a football manager, because you have to make some very hard decisions. Because I played football with all these guys and be very friendly with them, but I think they're still speaking to me after today.
Brendan, coming through the campaign, you had 2 defeats. A lot of teams would have died away after 2 defeats, but in fairness, you've changed it around. What was the turning point?
Well, the problem with our team, we had 16 students on our team, travelling from Dublin and different colleges. So we don't have them at home. So early in the year, you know, the turnouts at training weren't good. Now, we'd some lads playing with college teams, we'd some lads training with the Meath under 21s and the seniors, but we couldn't get them all together. And then, of course, you had the exam time in the spring, which affected a lot of guys, and they weren't training. So it wasn't until June, the 1st of June, that everyone was back home, that we really started to get proper training, proper coaching, a proper style of play, and get the guys into good shape. And I think it showed in our performances since the start of June. You know, we lost 2 games in a row against Sidon and against Rathkenny. We went away for a weekend to Brian McAniff's hotel in Bundoran and had a terrific weekend. You know, we lifted the boys up again and got them together, and we haven't looked back since.
Yeah, Brian, just looking at today's game, he's made some bold changes, bringing Shane McKay to middle of the field, McGowan to corner back, and both of them were absolutely outstanding.
That's right. Well, funny enough, the reason we started Steve McGowan corner back, we actually expected Carnaross to play a 2-man full forward line. Young Porter had been playing in the semi-final, so we expected Stephen to move out, but actually it didn't happen. So we just moved Stephen and Cahill O'Brick, who was wing back. We brought Stephen out and Cahill back, and the two guys did extremely well. Some of the other changes, Mark Ward hadn't played a championship match for us all summer because he was in America, didn't feature in the last couple of games. You know, we, again, as horses for courses, we felt Mark, you know, he's a younger guy than the likes of, you know, Alan Riley and John Brady, who, you know, it broke my heart not to start them because they're personal friends of mine. But we had to go with Mark to do a marking job on Comiskey, who's a terrific player. And I think Mark did that on the day, and actually did more than that. He scored 2 points as well.
What do you see the future for this O'Mahony team?
Well, as I said to the lads in the dressing rooms after the game, you know, the Intermediate Championship is a very hard championship to win, and it's taken us 2 years and, you know, 4 days a week training. It's going to be even tougher next year. We want to establish ourselves in senior football and not get into relegation trouble like the previous couple of years we were in, you know, playing senior championship football. But, you know, we've a good young panel. We've won the minors this year. We've some more, you know, good players coming through, and I'd like to think that we'd be competing thereabouts for the Keegan Cup next year.
Yeah, some people said you left it behind you last year. Maybe it was better you just left it behind last year. This year, them lads are a year older, and plus they'll be another year older next year, and they'll have a lot more experience.
I totally agree with that. And, you know, I mean, Beliver certainly deserved the win last year, and O'Mahony's would be the first to admit that. But disappointing as it was, it gave us another breathing space, because I know certainly earlier in the season, the way we were playing, with the problems we had with, you know, as I explained earlier, with students and different lads just not being in the town, we would have struggled at senior football, and I think we would have been in a relegation playoff. But I think that extra year has given these guys a chance to grow up a bit.
Yeah, you know, like looking back, you're saying a bit early on, you were leaking a hell of a lot of goals, which didn't help you at all earlier on this year. Yeah,
well, we made a number of changes in the backs. There was a couple of constant. We haven't let in big scores, but we did let in a couple of slack goals. Marcus Brennan came in as goalkeeper in the beginning of June after he did his leaving cert, and Marcus, as Meath people would know, played in the All-Ireland final last year. He's a super fella, he's a super player, and has saved us, indeed in the semi-final, saved us early in the game in the semi-final, and he has made a difference. Plus the fact, you know, we're playing better. We haven't leaked the sort of goals we were leaking early in the season since the beginning of June.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Brandon Murray.
Thanks
from Navan.
Thanks very much.